Hi everyone, Liam here again, and today I've got an interesting concept to talk about, and it's probably something you've already heard about. And what that is the role that opposites play in creating a great marriage or relationship. Now, I'm sure you've heard the expression opposites attract, and in fact, you may have even heard it applied to relationships. And in truth, the law of opposites is something that plays a very important role in the dynamic of a relationship, and using it in the right way is not only important, but it's essential if you want to have a strong and growing marriage. But there's a problem, and that is that most people think of the law of opposites in completely the wrong way, and as such it takes their relationship in the wrong direction. The thing is that most people take this law of opposites to mean that it's perfectly normal and maybe even a good thing when two people are in a marriage and they're completely different to each other. They have different personalities, different values, different priorities, and even different goals.